Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make 2 pair of butterfly earrings, some blue ones like these and some orange ones. Now I've gotten all of these beads from Bead Box Bargains, well, except for my posts and some a couple of little daisy spacers from the orange pair. So let's turn down and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. Okay, we've got the beads out here, and as I said, most of these are from Bead Box Bargains. The posts are not, but everything else here is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this butterfly, and we're going to there, and then here, 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 and here. And so we're going to need about 4 inches of wire. So I'm going to get 2 4-inch pieces of this 20 gauge wire out. Now, if I needed a smaller length of wire, I would have just cut some heads off some head pins like I did here. These are 3-inch pieces of wire here. But I decided that that was a little bit too short for this particular piece. So we want to straighten our wire up. Do this by finger, or you can use your nylon jaw pliers or a wire straightener if you have one. I have one right beside me if I want to use it. Come on, you. I think that'll be straight enough. And this one's probably already just about straight enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire, we're going to bend it. We're going to make a loop on this end, come around over here, and then when we come over this way, we're going to leave a gap. And I'm leaving that gap because we're going to feed our butterfly onto here. And then we're going to, oops, drop my Sharpie. We're going to wrap this baby up. Bring our wires together, and we'll wrap it 2 or 3 times. I think that'll be good. So then we'll just cut the excess off here. So as you can see, I've got it a little crooked here, so we're going to straighten that up. There we go. It's tipped a bit to the back too, so we'll bring it forward. Now we're going to string our beads on, which is going to be as in the pattern that I just put them down there on the table. Sorry, it wasn't quite as straight enough to make me happy. So then we have to find the hole in our bead. There we go. There's one. Then this gold spacer, the green leaf, gold spacer again, and this funky little blue flower here. Now we will, since we're going to put on a post, we're going to be bending this forward. And we will make our loop. Come over and around. Bring her around. Lollipop. And remember, we want to leave a gap, which I hadn't originally done, so we just did so. We're going to feed our post on backwards. Over and around, baby. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to wrap it up. So you grab the two wires where they come together. And as you can see, I have it too low, so we have to raise it here. Now I get my other pair of pliers and I wrap this baby up. Now, if you didn't want to have the length, you could just keep it to one flower and the butterfly, or there's this earring. Now this one is going to be a long one. I think the other one is probably going to be a teeny bit shorter, but this one is pretty long. So, but there is one. Let's get started on the other one. We do it exactly the same. Now that is crooked, so I will have to straighten it. What you? And I have this crooked up here. So what we need to do, since we've got it crooked here, is we're going to take the pliers here, and then we're going to take pliers down here and hold the two rings, and then we're going to tip them till they're straight to each other. And that definitely didn't do it. So let's see if we can do it by hand here. There we go. Are we there? I think this one's a little off here. Now see, these rings should be facing the same direction, and they still are not. See how this one is? This one's fine. This one is off. So this needs to come over this way. Let's see if we got it that time. Well, that's still a no. We need you guys to go exactly the same. That might have done it. Let's see. They look, but this one, the flower needs to be turned so they are facing the proper way. Yeah. So there are our blue ones all finished. And now we can start on our orange ones. So let's set these aside to this side over here, our blue ones. And we'll get the pieces out for our orange and get started on those. So what we're going to do with the orange ones is we're going to take the butterfly at the bottom again, and then we're going to have this pretty flower. Well, actually, I think I had it. We'll have the green leaf, daisy spacer, and this little orange one. And then, of course, it will have the post up at top. So this one's going to be a little shorter than the other one. Okay, so here is our 20 gauge wire. We're going to get 2 4-inch pieces. There. Okay, we're going to make our loop at this one end. Open over and around. Bring her over, leaving a gap. Lollipop it some. Put our butterfly on. Apparently didn't leave a big enough gap. It doesn't want to go on. So we will just, come here you. There we go. Now we'll hold this together while we wrap it up with our second pair of pliers. Get out of the way, butterfly wing. Oops, I think it's trying to go over itself. It is. So gotta be careful. You don't want your wire to go over itself. Okay. Now if it seems up a little high to you as far as the wire on the bar, you can put your pliers in the loop and then up on top of your wires and then push down a little bit. This one's a little bit not tucked good. There we go. We're a little crooked, but not too horribly crooked. Straighten it up. Well, if anything, I made that worse, I think. That's better. So then the flower. The gold bead. The leaf. The little daisy spacer. Whoop, come here, daisy spacer. Daisy spacer. There, here, come here. And the little orange bead. So we want to go straight with this other loop because we're putting on posts. So we'll go here, bend her forward, up and around and over, bring her down, leave a gap, because this is where we're putting our posts on at. So leave a gap, then slide our post on. Now we want it to go so it flips around to the front. So we want to go in backwards. Come on, baby, flip. Okay, there we go. So we take hold where the two wires come together here. And they really aren't coming together much, are they? Because they've been gapped. Now we've got that together. And we just wrap it up. Cut the excess off. And tuck it in. Now we'll see how straight we are. We look like we have maybe have a bit of a bow in our, let's see here. Let's look now. Looks pretty good. So there is our first orange one. And now we're going to go to our second orange one. You see, these are, even though we have the start the same, we have changed right here. So we don't have this much, the length of that extra flower up on top in the orange ones. So they are quite a bit shorter, as you can see. So now we'll just go and put this baby together just the same as we did this one. And now we need to see if we're crooked to each other, if we're straight, or... Now see, we are, well, no, we are all right. Though this one looks, this wire looks a little crooked up here, but the loops look pretty straight onto each other. So there is our second of our butterfly earrings. Aren't those pretty? So we have this one. And this one. Now we'll get the gold backers here. Oops, I didn't need that many, only need 4. Put the backers on our posts. And they are ready to grace somebody's ears. Aren't those pretty? Okay, there is our earrings. Here's our orange pair, the second pair we made. Not as long as the others, like I said, but very, very pretty. Settle down, little one. And then the second pair, the blue pair, are much longer, quite a bit longer, but oh so pretty. So anyway, all of the beads and such, other than of course the wire and the posts and the one daisy spacer, all came from orders from Bead Box Bargains. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. I hope you enjoyed making these really pretty butterfly earrings with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.